Hello everybody and welcome back to Hogs of War Grunt League 2024. I'll be your commentator today, Nezurak. I will be commentating live on this one, just in case there is no redub. So if you are listening to this, that means that there was no redub. So yeah, we'll get right into it. Today we have two new grunts coming into the league. We have Mammoh from Ukraine, and we have Clok-Roo from Australia, the land down under. So both of these guys are keen to go. So we're going to be playing 3 maps today. The maps are going to be Railroad, Grassy Outpost, and High and Dry. So Mammoh is starting out with a medic, 2 paras, an engineer, and a gunner. And Clok-Roo is starting out with a medic, a scout, a grenadier, a para, and another scout. So I'll just give him the all good to continue to the next screen. And that's Clok-Roo's lineup, and they should be good to go. So we had a little bit of it's a little bit interesting going into this for Clok-Roo, because it's kind of hard to connect without the duck station, but we've got the new duck station net play up and running, and it seems to work a lot better. However, because Clok-Roo has a bit of a slow internet connection, we're hosting him through Parsec. So it's Clok-Roo starting out in the first match now. So he's ready to go. He's just observing the battlefield now. So I'm actually hosting Clok-Roo through Parsec so that he can have a lower lag. And there obviously is a little bit of slowdown, but it's nothing too insane. And it actually enables us Australians to play with the guys in Europe. Because previously with Parsec you'd have that really bad input delay. He's going right up for that mammoh action. He's doing a little bit of extra damage there with the head jumps there. So he's going to go for the mammoh. He's going really back. He's not going for the body block. This is a bit interesting. But gets the tranquilizer off on the medic there, or the orderly rather, but we call them medics anyway. So Mammoh's going to miss a turn, and Roo is starting out with his scout now. And there's some good opportunities here for some double double poisons, because it's a very flat map. This one, there's not a lot of hills, and there's a lot of places where the gas can go. And he's close. There's a couple of minefields in this one as well, and they're not as obvious as the minefields in other maps. They just sort of blend in. They're sort of that green grass there is actually a minefield. We've got some barrels on there, which are actually poison barrels. I believe they're added in, modded in. Well, not modded in, but you know, they've been added through the magic of level editing. He's going to go for the poison on the orderly as well, and it bounces off and just about hits him. Manages to get it. That was very very close to not actually getting that poison there. That's quite interesting. I'm just going to adjust the levels here just to make sure we're not deafening anyone. That looks about right, yeah. So Mammoh's going to go for that jetpack action. It's very risky going right onto that, because you can actually hit the other pig and then detonate early. But I think he's pulled it off here. He's going for probably going to go for the straight 100 if he can. And it's good. Paras are actually kind of underrated in Grunt League, because you get that extra 15 seconds. Manages to get a 98, which is very good. I think he might have, not sure if he got all the 20s on the jetpacks. But yeah, and so we've got the Grenadier up next, a very powerhouse unit. He's not got a lot of health compared to the other units. Only got 120, he's quite low, so he's going to make the most of it while he can. Go for a long range here. Slightly off, just went over his head, but he managed to get a decent amount of damage there. Mammoh's just thinking about what he's going to do next. And Clok-Roo with his his scouts there, he's got two scouts on the field, and they're both invisible, and it doesn't look like he's got many units left. He's actually got all 5. And Mammoh's going to try and take out that medic early, which is probably good so he can shut down that Noma. He might be able to get him off the edge of the map here if he gets a nice long cattle prod. And it looks like, ooh, he's just going to be able to walk back in. A good effort from Mammoh, but yeah, just a bit unlucky on the slope there. Clok-Roo's got his paratrooper up next. He might be going to hopefully get that medic down, I reckon. It's probably going to be easiest for him to do that. Hopefully going to get that, get him low enough that he's going to get a skip. If he can get perfect 100, he might be able to get a skip, and he's doing that strategy where you look off to the side there, so he's not going to collide with the other guy and detonate the jetpack. You can self-damage with that, and that's not something you want to be doing. If he can get a perfect bazooka here, he might be able to get that skip on the medic. But it's going to be hard. And he's got a 38, so that is definitely a skip. He's on 6 now. So if Mammoh isn't able to remove that medic, that's going to be a skip. Because as we all know, when you end your turn on you start your turn by taking 10, you actually skip your turn. So we've got a nice body block from Clok-Roo there. And interesting enough, the on the side there on the left it says Mammoh's actually in yellow, but I've been told by Mammoh that he wants to mix things up a little and he's going to do a different colour every time, so I guess he's just always going to be his away team? Don't know. Mammoh's going to maybe try to... a missed opportunity to try and get him close to that minefield there, but he's definitely not going to get in there straight away, but to try and inch him closer it might be a good strategy. Especially with that medic about to go. Roo's got to make sure not to walk into this minefield, because we've had a few practice sessions and it's definitely happened. Because this map, you just forget where those minefields are because they blend in so well. Mammoh's got some mines and a TNT. That's very dangerous. The mines can be a very underrated weapon, especially on a scout as well, of all things. Because the scouts usually they go unnoticed for a lot of the game until like the very end, and you realise, oh, that scout's on full, you know, because you've not really paid attention. He's going to go for the double poison here. Hopefully he doesn't hit his grenadier. Yeah, he's hit the grenadier, but he's got the... Ooh, it's just deflected off to the side there. And he's almost got a skip on his grenadier. I think he might go for a head jump to be able to get him down to 10. Might be a good strategy. But that is not a good situation to be in. I think he's not really noticed. I'm not sure when that grenadier is next to do his turn, but if he doesn't do a head jump, it's going to be another turn for that grenadier, which won't be good. I think he's just noticed now. It's probably too late to get over there. Probably going to go for a safe option. Maybe the mortar, but he might hit his own guys. He's probably going to try to hit his medic so that he doesn't get the skip. And yeah, he's got it there, that's good. So he's avoided the skip turn, which is good. He's done a little bit of damage on Clok-Roo's paratrooper there. So Clok-Roo's now the only orderly left in the game, and it's very dangerous to have an orderly when the other guy doesn't. Especially because you can heal up your guys and then just trank whoever you want. So it might be good for Mammoh to shut him down as early as he can. I was thinking about who to trank here. He's probably going to go for that para, but the angle is not good on there, that hill there. He manages to get it off. yeah, he didn't have many options there. I think he was trying to decide, and he just went for the para as a safe option there. So now Mammoh's also got his, Clok-Roo has got his scout on 160 damage, 160 health, which is a lot of health for a scout. Because, as I said, they typically go unnoticed for a lot of the game. And he's got a heavy machine gun, he's kitted out, look at him. Still got 2 poisons left. He might try to go for the double poison. There's a few pigs lined up there. Yeah, it looks good. There's a little bit of a hump in the middle there, so I'm not sure if that's gonna be deflected off. It might be good to just go down the middle, but I'm not sure if he notices that. I think it looks good. Yeah, it's managed to bounce over the top there. So Mammoh's just trying to assess the situation, and hopefully he notices that that guy's on. He's a skip away, and he just needs to do one head jump, and he'll get the free skip. I think he's noticed that. Yeah, I think he was putting it off. He's making sure that he had a disposable unit like a para to send in there. He's still got 1 jetpack left, so that's pretty good. He's going to use it on the scout. It was a close 19. It's better than nothing. Hopefully it doesn't back into that minefield. It comes up close. I know he's quite far away. Self-damage, that's very typical of Grunt League to self-damage. It's easy to underestimate the blast radius of the bazooka there. And Clok-Roo is going to have his turn skipped. So I think a lot of, pretty much most of Mammoh's team is poisoned now, so they're just going to keep whittling away. It's very powerful to be able to poison the enemy team with the scout. And even though it's just 10, but it's every turn, especially late game, it makes all the difference. Maybe try to get him into the minefield, but very close. It was a missed opportunity there. I'm not sure if he noticed that there was a minefield, but he could have maybe blasted him in. Gotten an insta-kill. As a speedrunner, that would have made me excited, because you miss the death animation and it makes it go poof. It's very satisfying as well. Not just in terms of speed, but in terms of it looking cool. It's definitely a missed opportunity there from Mammoh, but when in the heat of the situation, it's always it's hard to always think about these things. When you're just watching it from the sidelines, either on YouTube or as a commentator, you're typically a lot more thoughtful. But in the heat of the match, some of these things get omitted. Managed to pick up an airburst there. That's pretty exciting. He's going to try a nice high-angle shot. As long as he puts enough power into it, it should be good. Yeah, he's going about. That should be really good. That's pretty good. He's going to get a little bit of shrapnel damage. There you go. That's that poison barrel going off. I don't think I've ever seen one of those go off, but there you go. I actually didn't know that they existed up until this point, so there you go. And as I said, the net play only has come out recently, and even myself, starting out in Grunt League, because I haven't been able to play because Parsec was the input delay was just too big to be able to play the game normally. So net play's really been a godsend, because it's this shot might be too short. Yeah, it's hit that that poison barrel, but it has managed to finish off the para there. Didn't need a lot. Now Raw Fish is up next, and he's still got those mines to use. Could be quite interesting. He might go for a mine and then a poison, I think. Yeah, he's gonna go for the double, which the mine should go off after the poison has gone. Yep. And then he's good, and he's sort of bunched them up together, and he's slid away. He has slid away. Now Rimsky's on 20. So So he's 2 turns away from a skip turn. It's a dangerous situation to be in, because you're still alive enough to... Oh, he's going to go for the... yeah, he's just going to end it. It's going to end the suffering. And now it looks like that on the map that Clok-Roo actually has 2 scouts still alive, and they're pretty... The other one's, I think, almost full. And it always gets me how far away you can actually use the healing there. It actually has a pretty long range, and his Clok-Roo's orderly still has 1 trank left. He's going to go for the body block. Going to miss his turn there. And all of them are invisible on Mammoh's screen there. So his scout is still on full, and that is not good because he's got some extra weapons in his arsenal there. He's got 2 mines. He might be able to. He's not using the mine. Missed opportunity there from Clok-Roo. He's going to go for the machine gun. He might be able to get a double hit here, but it's going to be a bit. It's going to be a bit interesting to see. Oh, he's got it. There you go. That I do apologise. That was pretty good. It's 80 damage across the board there. And Mammoh's team is just slowly whittling away. And all of the healths have been used up. I'm not sure if there was any. I think it was inside the buildings. There was a few. But without that medic, he just has to wallow in the fact that his team's health's been whittling away. His gunners are 1 skip away. He's just gonna... He'd rather not skip his turn there. So Clok-Roo's deciding whether it's worth probably sacrificing his medic to do any shots. He's going for some head jumps at a really high HP there, but he's contemplating whether to damage his own guy to be able to get to that para. It's a situation where the body block's actually worked against him here. He's going to use that mine. He's probably going to use that. He's going to go for a sword. That's a knife rather. Knife strats are best strats, obviously. We love to see it. Is that going to be an exploded barrel? Maybe. Oh, he's on the skip, right. Yeah, so that's not a good position. I believe the sapper is next, and yes. So unfortunately, it's a missed opportunity from Mammoh here because of his lack of scouts in this mission. Being a very flat map, it's so easy to be able to poison the entire team with just a few... Ooh, he's gone for the really low angle. I think he's given up at this point. I think he's just playing for the memes. But he's putting on a good show regardless, and it's pretty good. He's on 11. I think Clock's just going to finish him off here. Yeah. Oh, and a straight 45. There you go. It's hard to do. And he's a skip away. And the barrel goes off. And that is a victory for Clok-Roo. So we are going to... yeah, it was a very well played game. Again, the lack of scouts on Mammoh's team really sort of... His inability to poison the other team, sort of skip those turns, was a bit of a letdown. But that's all learning process for Mammoh, and there was a few good plays from Mammoh as well. Not going to lie, but we'll see how he goes in the next match on Grassy Outpost. So we are going to change the file here. So I'm just going to pause the recording, but that's going to be instantaneous for you guys. So we'll see you on the next map. Okay, everybody, and we are back with Grunt League 2024. I'm your host again, Mr. Nezurak. the handsome Mr. Nezurak. I'm the only commentator, so I can say that. So we have a Grassy Outpost coming up next, and a very well played match from Clok-Roo last match with those poisons. But Grassy Outpost is a very hilly sort of map, so we'll be able to see some different gameplay here. So very different gameplay. So now Clok-Roo has got he's got a medic, he's got a gunner, he's got 2 paras and a engineer, and Mammoh has a medic as well, a grenadier, an engineer, a scout, and a gunner. So no paras on Mammoh's team, which would be quite interesting gameplay. So two different tactics going on here. So I'll give them the all good to go. So they're going to start, and so because Clok-Roo went first last mission, Mammoh is obliged to go first this match. So hopefully we'll get it. If not, they're going to go out of the menus, and they're going to restart the mission. But hopefully we get it first try. I'm just going to tab in so I can give control back to Clok. And yeah, he's going first. So yep, they're good to go. So hopefully he'll begin his match, and so Mammoh has the advantage here with his medic going first. So was a good estimate. I'm just going to remove those little desync messages there. So Mammoh's going to try and find where the enemy medic is, and a missed jump there, but luckily it's not too much of a water gap. And does he realise that these are slippery tiles? A common misconception is that these all around here are all slippery tiles. And I'm not sure he realises he can get stuff up, but he might run out of time here. He can go around. There is a little bit of a sort of a break in the hills there, but he's going to just go for a trank, and he's just going to go for that para there because he wasn't able to find the medic in time, and he's just going to turn the pig voices off. Yes. I think the last file we were on didn't have the pig voices on. But this one definitely does, so he's going to turn it off there. I think this one had it actually disabled, and Clok-Roo, has he got control? Oh, this is not good. This is not good. I'm just going to... There we go. That was unfortunate. I had to redo the controller there, because for some reason the controller disconnected. It was set to default, but he's going to go for some mammoh action now, and he's not tranking the medic for some reason, and that was a missed tranquilizer. I'm not sure if we're gonna call that too much of an issue for Clok-Roo, because what's happening is that I'm hosting through Parsec, but I have to enable his controller through mine, so that's a bit of a fault on my end. For some reason it reverted back to mine when I redid the the duck station there, but I don't think it was too much of an issue because he was able to get his tranquilizer off, but it didn't really matter because he missed the guy there. So I'm just going to make sure that whenever we switch file, I have to give the controller back to him. But it was a bit of a missed shot there from Mammoh. So I think we're on we're a bit even here now. So things are looking a bit hairy for both of the guys here. And nobody's hopped in there. I was going to say no one's hopped in the pillboxes yet, but I think Clok-Roo's going to maybe think about it. Yeah, he's going to hop in now. He's going to think about getting that one, and getting those pillboxes early is pretty good because it's essentially armor for your pig. Because once you pop out of that pillbox, the max damage that they can do is 20 damage when the pillbox explodes. I mean, if you've got a mine there or something, you can get extra damage off, but it's armor, and you've got 3 free 40s essentially, so long as you've got a good line of sight. So yeah, it's a bit unfortunate with that controller issue, but I don't think it affected the gameplay that much. So thankfully, I've just got to, yeah, it's a bit awkward with this this new setup that we're doing, and it is unfortunate that we're having to do through Parsec. But unfortunately, Clok-Roo's internet out in rural Australia, it's not fast enough to support the Duck Station net play. The Duck Play net station, that's a good one. So Mammo's got a mine here, and he's probably going to place one under the pillbox, but it's don't know if that's going to be close enough. He might be able to get a shrapnel off, but he doesn't go for the artillery. He goes for the enemy sapper there. A bit of an interesting play, but I think he was a bit of a time crunch there, so... Clok-Roo's got his para up next, and he's got 3 jetpacks ready to go. And as I said earlier, the jetpacks are going to be crucial in Grunt League because you can get all 3 of them off. And especially on this map where there's a lot of water, they're going to be very useful at getting the water. And he's got a really good spin there. It's going to take a while to get back over to the edge, and it probably will be a kill for Clok-Roo if you can get him in right in the middle there. That's probably going to be his, but he might take so much time swimming back that he might skip his turn. And he's just managed to get back, but can he? He's probably going to go for a machine gun just to finish him off there. But not a wasted turn, because that was a lot of damage on that Grenadier. And that's a lot of damage suppressed. Because the Grenadier, obviously we only allow 1 Grenadier over the course of the 3 matches that they can play, or 2 matches if depending on who wins. But yeah, you're only allowed 1 Grenadier because of the amount of damage that they can do with those clusters. I'm not sure the devs require. I'm not sure that they knew how much damage the Grenadier really could do. And Mammo's having a bit of controller issues here. I don't know what's going on with his controller. It's a bit strange that he's moving backwards there. And he doesn't realise that these are actually slippery tiles here, and all the way up they're slippery tiles. And he might have to go for a poison here, but he might hit his own guy there. He's going to go for the safer option and just go for the para. So Clok-Roo's going to be going with his para, but he's body blocked himself there. He's going to try and split him up with the jetpack there. But it is apparent that Mammoh is coming into this fresh. Like, he's never played... I don't think he's ever played Hogs competitively before. I think he's only played a very... he's a player of other PlayStation games. He plays all sorts of PlayStation 1 games. Whereas Clok-Roo has a lot more experience playing Hogs of War. So he's probably more on the experience side. But we don't know. We could see some really good plays from Mammoh here. We don't know. But starting with the Grunt League, you don't really know who's been playing the game for a little bit and who's completely fresh. You know, a lot of us played this game during our childhood, but a lot of us are coming into it fresh. You know, after seeing maybe you see speedruns on YouTube, or you see you know the Grunt League or the Hogs of War, the mid league or even the high league. You know. So there's definitely varying skill levels in the Grunt League, and it is apparent. Even myself coming in, I haven't played Grunt League because of the obviously the Parsec issue, but I have been playing Hogs of War for a few years now. So there's definitely a gap in the level of knowledge there. So he's going to go for a TNT here, and he might be able to go for a water kill here, but he's probably going to, well, not a kill, but it would be definitely a lot of water damage if he can pull it off. He's not sure how much that scout is. I'm not sure how low he is. He tries to jump over the TNT, but I'm not sure if he can get far enough away. He might get some damage on himself there, and manages to hit his own paratrooper there. That's not too good. Again, it is very It is very apparent in Grunt League to be seeing self-damage. It is hard to judge the blast radius of a lot of things. I'm guilty of a lot of self-damage myself, because it's hard to know some things. Some of the weapons you just don't know that the blast radius will actually hit your guy. Mammoh's gonna make the most of his medic there. It is common to forget that the medic does have the healing hands, and then you have to go for that trank. And it was a missed opportunity from Clok-Roo there to shut down Mammoh's medic with the mammoh, but he went for that para instead. I'm not sure he realised that. He even got some water damage as well. That's interesting. So yeah, I'm not sure if Clok-Roo understood that that medic was there, and hopefully he realises that there's a mine there. That's what that big black and yellow checkerboard there. He might go for the pop on the pillbox, but he's thinking about it. But he's probably going to go for a TNT maybe into the water. There is a lot of Clok-Roo's pigs on a lot of HP, but so are Mammoh's pigs as well. It's a very spread out match actually. This one, normally a lot of matches you tend to get clustered up, and he's going for the grenade launcher. No, he's going to go for a shrapnel instead of the TNT here. An interesting strat, but if he manages to pull it off, you can get 70 or 90 even if you get a good shrapnel. And it looks good, but it just goes over his head, and he self-damages his own scout with that shrapnel. That is unfortunate. It was looking good. With that shrapnel, you want it to be sort of above their head, but sort of just off a little bit. Because if it's right in the middle, then they obviously don't move enough to go into the shrapnel. But yeah, you want it directly above the pig, to the point where the explosion pushes them up. And he's damaged, Clok-Roo has damaged his sapper there, going for Mammoh's scout. Not sure he judged the angle quite there, but this might be an opportunity for Mammoh to get the most of his scout. He might try running away and just hiding for a little bit, and maybe throw a gas from a distance. We don't know, but obviously the walking is very slow, and I think Mammoh's realised that jumping is actually faster than walking when you're this low HP. He might go for a poison on the enemy medic, but it's going to be hard not to hit his own guy. He's giving it plenty of distance, which is good. He realises that it comes out of the left hand, and he's done it perfectly. That was very good. Very good from Mammoh. Very good play. It's interesting that all of the pigs in this game are actually left-handed, which is quite interesting. But it's good to know, because you realise that the positioning, especially when you're really close like that, you want to make sure that your grenade or your gas or whatever it is coming out of the right spot, and it's going to end up exactly where you want it. Because between the left and the right hand, that's the whole distance for the pig, and you might be the difference between missing or hitting the gas there. And Clok-Roo has slipped on the tile there, and he's slid all the way down. He's not going to be able to get that crate there. And his full health sapper, well, almost full health, is still there, and he's going to just perfectly get it right in the middle of the water there. He got an unlucky spin. He was sort of facing the edge of the water there, so he didn't have to spin around. And Mammoh is going to grab that pillbox, which is going to be really crucial, I think, to this match. He's getting in that pillbox and delaying how much damage Clok-Roo can do to his pigs. He's thinking about where he's going to go, but he's hopped out for some reason. He might be using the pillbox as a bit of shelter, really. He's going to hop back in. I think he's just... I think he's ranging. He's getting some ranging estimates. And good thing about the pillbox is that you don't get that jiggle from the movement of the pigs, and the pillbox is very accurate there because of it. Almost a skip turner. Might be able to have a few jumps to be able to get him down, but he is on the other side of the map there, so it might be hard to get 7 jumps in a row. It's probably not doable even with the 45-second timer. Clok-Roo's going to get some high ground. He's realised that he's definitely watched. Oh no, he's going to go off the high ground, and he's going to join the other pigs here. I think he's realised that that scout is very low and is still very dangerous. He's going to go for some jumps, maybe? He's going to go for a cattle right into the water. Missed opportunity. He could have maybe got one jetpack off and done some extra damage to that medic, but he might self-damage his own guy here. There's a 5 and a 5, and he's in the water, and he's got to spin all the way around. That's an extra, maybe almost 20 damage on Clok-Roo's medic there. So, not a good thing to have in a Clok-Roo, but... And, you know, Mammoh's still got his medic in play. And he can go, and he's probably gonna heal, and then go back to that medic, and get some more MOMA happening. But, he is struggling in that water there. And he's just going to heal up his sapper. I think that's a good chance, because that sapper's still got 3 TNTs left, I believe. And he's definitely going to be crucial in making sure that he can get him and he's just about made it back to the thing, as long as he doesn't slip. Yeah, he's good. He's back on the MOMA, so definitely a good play from Mammoh there. It was very clever to swap the MOMA. Because Clok-Roo definitely had the advantage starting out with a medic, but unfortunately that got swapped around there. So Clok-Roo's going to try and disrupt that MOMA, but it's probably going to take out his own medic in the process, who's on 41, but it's going to miss that skip turn. I think he's realised that the skip... Oh, into the water as well, it's a bit of extra damage. He's on a good 15. But he's not dead, so he's got another turn left in him, which is still very dangerous. The medics are they're very, as we know, them with the MOMA, you want to trank them if you can, because the medics are very dangerous. A bit of slippery action happening from Mammoh there. And we're just going to have a little stroll. He's deciding what to do here. He's going to go for the Trotter, which I believe the Trotter does 15 damage. I cannot remember, because yeah, it is a 15, so it's going to be a skip turn on Clok-Roo's para there. I'm not sure if he's going next. We'll be able to find out soon. No, he's not. But he is close enough that where he might be able to to do a machine gun here, but he's going to hop out and he might go for a just a safe mortar. He's going to hop out and grab that box there. And I don't think either of them have realised there actually is a health crate up there. Which can... Obviously it'll heal the... it will heal the poison. However, once you're below 10, it's a wasted effort. So he's managed to avoid the skip turn there, and he's got a bit of extra damage on that sapper there. But Mammoh still has the pillbox, and he's gonna just get it over the hill there. He's probably gonna have just about avoid that, and it has been blocked by the hill. The awkward wall geometry there has managed to block the shots from there, even though he was able to see over. The gun is actually lower than what you see through the viewfinder there. Or what would you call it on a pillbox? I guess a scope. So yeah, and I think Clok-Roo is going to go for a safe kill on the orderly, which is probably good because that orderly needs to be shut down. And a straight 40 on the medic. So Clok-Roo's, if he's smart, Mammoh, he's smart, yeah, he's going to hop back into that. He's going to take the pillbox from Roo there. And he's going to use the heavy machine gun. If I were Mammoh, I'd probably go for the flamethrower, but I don't know if it would reach, so it's probably a good idea using the machine gun there. And he's used up the last machine gun. So he's kind of used up the usefulness of the pillbox because the flamethrower doesn't have enough range to reach the rest of the guys here. Clok-Roo's going to try and pop him out of the pillbox with a shrapnel. It's a very precise action, but yeah, not close enough to pop him out, unfortunately. He he got it close, but yeah, he managed to miss one shrapnel. You need it right flush with the pillbox to in order to get enough damage to pop him out. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. Mammoh's going to get another pillbox. Heavy machine gun off. Another 40 damage. I think maybe Clok-Roo's realised that there is a health left up there, so he's probably going to grab that. And there is a roller grenade, probably, in my opinion, probably a very bad weapon. I mean, it does 40 damage, so it's probably useful in some situations, but it's probably a safe 40, like kind of like the sniper rifle or a close range bazooka. He's probably going to try and pop that pillbox, even though it's used up. I think it's used up all of its machine guns there. He's probably going to try and pop him out because he might be in range. That's probably too short. Just about doesn't reach water and no damage on that. Even though it was quite a high shot, it didn't reach the pillbox. So Mammo's he's realised that the the pillbox has used up its usefulness there, and he's not going to be able to utilise it anymore. And that's definitely going to be a kill on his on Clok-Roo's sapper there, but he's placed it quite far away. He's going to go for that the swag points on the water kill. Probably going to just about do enough. Yeah, it's a 43, and he's going to go for that water drowning. This pleases the speedrunner eyes because that means that there's no death animation. And Clok-Roo actually has one. Oh, he nearly went into the mine that he placed earlier. So he's going to go for the popping open the pillbox here. And he manages to get the jetpack going straight down. I didn't even know that was a thing. It's going to take a long time to get back down. But he has managed to pop him out. That gunner is still on 92 health, I believe. So he's still a long way from taking him out. And he has got some self-damage as well. Some drastic underestimation of the distance there. So I think Mammo's just scouting the area. Very close very close second match though. It might be the final match, depending on how it goes. But I don't know, we might be able to see it. He almost gets to the end there, but he slid down. Is he going to try it again, though? No, he's going to have to go all the way around if he wants to get up. But there's that, I believe it's a gunner on the top there. And yeah, it's pretty much a fruitless effort. I've spent many times trying to get up this slope, but it is very hard. I think it is possible if you go flat on, and he has managed to skip his turn there, simply trying to get up that slope. And the gunner is on 120 here, in a very compromising position here, because he's pretty much safe from the sapper unless he manages to get up on the hill. He's going to go for a nice slow shot, and that's pretty good, 35. Into the water, some extra water damage. But Mammoh is going to have the time to be able to get up on there, and he might be able to get him into the water. But we'll have to see. He does have TNTs left, so we'll definitely see how this goes. But it's a bit of a trek getting up here. And the geometry is very weird in this game. It's kind of hard to see where the tiles start. He's going to go for a shotgun? That is an interesting choice there. He could have knocked him off with a TNT, yeah, that's what I thought he was going to do. He's just going to jump backwards. not sure if he self-damaged himself there. He might have got the fall damage. And a bit of extra water damage there. Safe to say that was a probably about 60 damage there. And our Clok-Roo's para has used up all of his jetpacks. So he's got no option but to try and go for a water damage on the gunner here. And he's going to go for a cattle prod instead of bazooka, which is probably a safer choice if he's because Clok-Roo, I know it is hard to get that distance on the bazooka, but he's gonna swim to the right, or to the left, his right, but our left, and got an extra 10 damage, I think that was, in the water. That's a bit unfortunate. I was thinking he was just gonna swim straight ahead. But a very close match. It is hard to say who's going to win. He's trying to get up this slope. He's determined. He's determined to make it. And I understand. I think he's made it. No, never mind. He's there was an attempt. You have to admire the dedication. And there's some more self-damage there on Mammoh's pig. I think he's managed to just about stay alive. But definitely entertaining to watch him try to scramble up that hill. And I'm pretty sure it is doable, but it's very unlikely that you're going to get it. I think on some of these you can manage to climb up, but yeah, Clok-Roo's managed to get himself a TNT there. That is very deadly, considering that the enemy sapper is on 50, I believe, and that will be a one-hit kill for his sapper. Pretty sure he's on 50. Yes, a straight 50. Look at that, 0 health. Perfect amount. And he doesn't manage to get in the water there. He's floating on that tile of water. And Mammoh's gunner here is on 6. Which, if he manages to get a mortar kill here, and he might be able to get at least. He might go for the jump and then the bazooka. Excuse me, and then he's gonna maybe try to. He's gonna get some extra height on there from that tile, and he's managed to get a 1. He just needs to take it home with a bazooka here, but as long as he doesn't self-damage again, he should be good, and I think that should be enough distance, but he just about gets the 40, so that he's still in the game for Mammoh. But, it's Clok-Roo's enemy gunner on 56 HP, and, yeah, he's a sitting duck here. There's not a lot he can do. I think he's gonna finish him off with the pistol up the butthole there. A valiant effort from both, and that was a very close match at the end there. But I think Clok-Roo just taking home the victory with that. A lot of more HP pigs, and just playing safer. But you can definitely see a lot of mistakes, but a lot of good plays as well. A lot of good plays, especially from Mammoh taking those artilleries as well, and managing to flip the mammoh around, which was amazing because, you know, once you get that mammoh on you, it's very hard to break unless you kill the enemy medic. But Mammoh managed to do that, and he was it kept him in the game for a long time. But it was Clok-Roo who was managed to bring home the victory with his very accurate shots there, and a lot more water damage and overall strategy. But I want to say congratulations to both players here. It's definitely not the end game for anyone. There's so many more matches to play and a lot more fun to be had in Grunt League. And it's a lot of fun playing these games, no matter who wins or loses. But yeah, definitely congratulations to Clok-Roo for the win. That is going to be 3 points for him in the Grunt League. So yeah, I want to thank everyone for watching Grunt League this tonight, or whenever you're watching this. I want to wish you a great rest of your day, feel free to enjoy the rest of the Grunt League videos. There's going to be a lot. And yes, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see everyone in the next Grunt League video.